You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
Screw your freedom.
Well, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel for video number 3 on this Freaky Friday. Folks, I can't resist. I need to get this information to you pronto on Patreon. Everything is developing very quickly and in a very dangerous manner. Are you prepared? Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense. Hey, it's not Mad Max out there, but bad things are happening. Now, we've been warning. You and I have been talking about China, and I said, hey, look, they want to cut Russia off. Say, Russia, no more selling to us, no more selling your stupid oil and your stupid gas. We don't need you, Russia. Well, that means Europeans, Americans, Canadians, we're all going to have higher prices for everything. I said, don't worry about Russia, folks. China will buy their oil at a discount compared to what we'll be paying. So the State Department, I guess they watched the show with us, or maybe they already knew. I think they did. The State Department of the United States government, their official is warning President Xi Jinping that he will face, quote, serious consequences if China helps Moscow avoid sanctions. Here is the information. If China tries to help Russia evade sanctions in the wake of Moscow's invasion of Ukraine, it will face countermeasures from the United States of America. A senior U.S. State Department official said, of course, without providing details. Right? State Department Counselor Derek Collett said the allied nations that have joined in sanctioning Russia represent a combined 50% of the global economy. China accounts for around 15%. Now, wait a minute. I thought China was like 25 to 30% of the world's economy. Not the number of people there, but their economy is massive. So, State Department continues, quote, China, if it were to seek to evade the sanctions or somehow dividing the sanctions, they would be vulnerable, he said. Any country that tries to evade these sanctions will also face the consequences of its actions. I don't want to speculate what that would be. Well, we get to speculate, folks. So China, I guess they will end up siding with Russia over this. They've already said they're done with the US dollar, the US bonds. China and Russia divested. They're not buying US bonds, folks. They're not buying US dollars. They're de-dollarizing. Just the other day, Chairman Powell of the Federal Reserve said, hey, it's okay. There can be more than one reserve currency in the world. Not everyone has to use the dollar. Wars have been started, folks. Libya, Iraq, hello, over countries not using the US dollar to settle their international debt. Well, yeah, now they've admitted that's off the table. NATO and the World Economic Forum globalist types started the crap in Ukraine, pushing their military efforts closer and closer to Russia while gobbling up and plundering Ukraine. Finally, that was put to a stop. And they needed this, folks. I think they intentionally antagonized Putin and Russia so they could pretend like it's all Russia's fault. And it has nothing to do with the banks and the finance companies, the governments screwing the entire system up here. Right? So China, I guess they'll side with Russia. Are you surprised, folks, or did we, of course, predict this? Well, it looks like we predicted this, right? Guess what, though? There's a consequence. The jackasses in the State Department say there's going to be consequences for this action, China. Well, we will face consequences also. You want to cut off Russian oil and gas? The consequences for Russia, not so good. The consequences for us, the people, not so good. Higher energy prices. You want to cut off China? You want to sanction China? You want to punish China? No more cheap goodies from China. So inflation is going to go way up. And it's going to be hidden behind this sanctioning of China rather than showing that the US dollar lost its purchasing power, right? No more cheap crap from China is potentially in our future. So what comes next with that? Let's predict that China will be sanctioned, and American investors in Chinese companies will lose their asses as those values drop. So every 401k, every retirement package, and even Social Security, folks, is going to drop. Welcome to 2022, folks. It has hit the fan. Oh, have you forgotten about cerveza bug yet? The Jim Jones juice? Oh yeah, they're gonna first they scare us over our health, and then they go after our money and our cost of living and our standard of living, our way of life. How are they going to fix this? Are they going to promise more socialism, more government spending, more entitlements? Just take what little money you have left and please give it to Uncle Sam. He'll fix everything. Fat chance. They're not going to fix anything, folks. We're in this for the long haul. We will have to put up with this the same way America had to put up with the 1970s, except now, instead of just going, it's a major economic boondoggle. Now we have a government that thinks we are domestic terrorists because we're parents, because we don't like critical race theory. We don't like the LGB rainbow community telling us what we get to believe. We don't like our children being told they need to cut their genitals off. And so we're the enemy. Our country is now looking at us as the enemy, folks, as us as the problem, instead of seeing themselves as the cause and problem for the world. Meanwhile, the super global corporations are going to profit. They're going to profit, folks. If they can't control Russia, they'll profit off of a Cold War with them. If they can't control China, they will find a way to profit off of that. They will position themselves and their money well ahead of time to profit off of everything that's going on. Don't worry about the rich. They'll stay rich. And I don't mean just rich, like you're the guy down the street who has 2 Mercedes or someone has a couple of million. I'm talking about the mega billionaires. They will stay rich and they will stay powerful. Governments will increase their powerfulness, their power over the people. We're moving into a 1984 style world war without shots being fired, where everyone considers everyone else the enemy, and the people of each nation in each sector of the world have to suffer for it. It is always, folks, the people that suffer the most. Now, what if the rich lose 10%, 20%, or 50% of the stated value of their wealth? Don't worry, folks. If they lose 10%, we'll lose 50%. If they lose 20%, we'll lose 80%. We will lose far more. In other words, inflation and SHTF adjusted dollars, theirs may go down a little, but ours will go a lot. So it would be the same as saying, well, ours went up a little and theirs goes up a lot. They always come out looking much shinier and rosier, right? I don't care if you've got $1 million, if $1 million only buys a Whopper at Burger King, right? So whether a Whopper is $1 or $1 million, it's all relative. It's relative. Where is our wealth compared to how many dollars are out there? If our wealth and our value goes down because they keep printing dollars, what good are dollars? Are you prepared? Do you have the mindset to understand what's happening? Can you put yourself in a position to protect yourself financially? Can you protect yourself socially from these miscreants? Can you protect yourself physically? Because there will be riots and complaints. There will be action taken. People will seek revenge. Are you medically prepared to deal with what's coming? There are going to be medical repercussions. Again, did everyone forget about cerveza bug? No, but there's going to be consequences for what they did to people. As more people get sick, people will take revenge, whether it's on you and me or try and take revenge on Big Pharma or government officials, it's going to get nasty. Nasty, nasty. Get prepared, folks. Chance favors. The prepared mind is yours. It's not getting better. We got a long road to hoe. Get prepared. Semper Fi, Godspeed.